Welcome to Bandit's Keep Actual Play. I'm Daniel. We're continuing our journey with our mappers. Well, one of them anyways. Siddad went off the board last session. They're home now, gonna get that experience points and level up, but Vani is still out in the field. How much treasure, or treasure maps as it would be, will Vani be able to bring back? And how long will she risk being out there? That's what we're gonna find out. Now we focus on Vani. All right, we'll put her there. Move these up here. Okay, she's definitely going to lose a die this time, or before she gets to refresh. There's no way she's not going to, but it was worth the risk, I guess, for her to try it anyways. 3. Okay, 3 gives her 1 turn, which is good, because she needs to get that treasure map and get out. So what's the smartest way to do this? She only, by the way, I think I've been having them stop on the treasure map, but they only need to pass through it in order to pick up the map. They won't get the credit for the other. It's not going to matter though, because she has 5 movements. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's going to stop on it. I keep doing that, but like I say, you don't have to stop on the treasure map. You just have to pass through it in order to record it. But what's nice about this is you did pass. Oh, put it on the wrong person. She did pass through water, which is good. So because she passed through water, she's not going to lose that life index that I was worried about. She doesn't get food, obviously, so she's there. Let's see if she has an encounter. She's in... Oh, no, I don't want to do that. She's going into 1. Does she have an encounter in the plains? No. All right, so in an ideal world, she's going to try to get at least 1 more map. Maybe 2 if she rolls really well, but we'll see where that goes. Okay, here we go. 1. To be honest, the 1 is not a terrible roll right now because she's going in a straight line no matter what. So she's got 5 movement. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, she has 5 movement. Oh, bummer. Okay. She stops before the water, unfortunately, which means I got to roll to see if she finds water. She does not. Okay, she's going to lose a life level there. Now she's in trouble because her movement's at 4. She needs to refresh her water and stuff. There's food and water right there, so that's the goal. And there's a map there. So if she can get there and stop, she'll be good. But again, she has to be able to stop on it. So that's always the tricky part. This goes down to 1. I just did that. Now, encounter. No. Okay. Did that? Okay, the next time that goes away. All right, next day. 1. Oh, God. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's actually good. She can't move further. So 4. She ends up basically landing on top of food. If she doesn't get pushed off the food, then she'll refresh. But she definitely doesn't spend any effort on food. But she's going to lose 2 life levels if she doesn't find water right now. So let me roll for that first. This could be very bad. Oh, she found water. Oh, thankfully. Okay, good. Yeah, this is going to be really risky now getting this water. Okay, so she's on food, which is going to reset this back to here. Does she have an encounter? She does. Oh, no. Okay. Let's flip this to get rid of this die. And let's see what she encounters. She's in the clear. She rolls a 1. So in the clear, a 1 is men. I'm going to roll a d12 to see what kind of men they are. 9. Brigands. Okay, well, brigands are like bandits in the sense that there's a 15% chance that they're in their lair. 87, they are not. And let's see how many there are. Let's hope for a high number here. Yeah, okay. So she has a 90% chance of avoiding them. 53 she does. Okay, so again, that's basically a nothing encounter. And the day goes by. Nothing else has to happen. Let's go into the next day. Remember, she just has to get off this part of the map not to die. So she's doing okay. She's got 12 dice. Ideally, she's going to pick this up, refresh herself, and then decide whether or not she wants to go for this one. We'll see. 5. Okay, 5 is good. It gives her 1 turn. So 1, 2. Oh, you know what I should have done? I need to leave this where it was so I can mark it later. And this one was there, so I'll mark that one. So, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, she lands on this. Okay, very good. And this was right here. Okay, so she stopped on this. Let's just make sure she doesn't have an encounter. That would, we'll deal with the rest of this in a second. If she doesn't need food or water though, because she stopped there, so she won't drop any more life levels. That's good. No encounter. Whew. Okay, this jumps up. That jumps up, which means that she's only down 1 life level, which means she's back to here. That's good. Now, here's the question. Oh, and this goes down to 5. If she stays here she have to stay here 2 days to get that life level back. But if she doesn't get water right away, she's going to immediately lose another life level. So basically, the question is whether or not it's worthwhile for her to stay here, 2 life levels that is, stay here 1 more day just to give herself some more time. But she will lose one of these, which will make it harder for her to get there. I think she's going to do it. So let's roll to see if there's an encounter. On a 5 or a 6 is an encounter. 5. Oh no. Okay. Okay, there's an encounter in the woods. She might not have to run. It really depends on what's going on. 4. 4 is lycanthropes. So let's see how many there are. Okay, that's pretty good. That would have been good if I was rolling for the lair. There's 12 of them, so that's about almost exactly 60%, if I'm not mistaken. So there's 60% of them or more. Let's see if it's their lair. It's not their lair. And again, we're in the woods, so she has over 100% chance. So she just avoids them. She can stay 1 more day. That pushes her food all the way up to here, which is nice. Her water to here, so she can go 1 day without water before she drops down again. So I think now we're going to risk it. This does drop down to 4. And let's see if she can get another map. The goal is going to be to try to land on this. And if she does, she'll get that map, then she's out. Because I don't think any other map is feasible. Because remember, you have to leave from where you started. It is possible that she could scoop up more maps. But I think at this point, it's not going to be that worth it. Because she's already got one that I put on her sheet here, which I've already marked. No, I didn't mark. I came from, it was like over here, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Should have marked where that was. And 1, 2, 3. So she's already got 3 maps. So really, this 4th one is gravy, if you will. So let's see if she can make it up there to get it. 2. All right. Full speed in one direction, no turns. Her speed currently is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, which is landing on food because you can't go forward in the desert. That costs 3. So she stops there, which means her food index resets, which is it already was. Let's see if she finds any water. No water. Okay, she doesn't go down yet. Let's see if there's an encounter. She's in the clear. There's not. Okay. That's the end of that day. This goes down to 3. She needs just a good roll right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh man, she needs a 6 to get exactly where she wants to be, which is, you know, she has a 15% chance. 1. Okay, that's the worst thing she could get, but that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She doesn't get food or water, and she ends up in the woods, which is pretty bad. All right, so no food. Let's roll to see if she finds water naturally. She does. Okay, good. Let's see if there's an encounter. There's one on a 5 or a 6. 6. Okay. Encounter in the woods. We're going to roll a d8 to see what it is. 5, which I think is lycanthropes. These woods are full of lycanthropes. Yep. Roll a d4 to see what kind of lycanthrope. 2. Wereboars. Okay. And again, all lycanthropes are the same in the sense that there's a 15% chance that it's their lair. It is not. And there are from 2 to 20 of them. We want a high number here. 11, which is not 60%. Okay, so now we're not doing as well. So 26 to 60%. I have a 70% chance, so I have a 95% chance to avoid him. It's not 100%, but we'll try. 36. Okay, so she's able to avoid them. Doesn't have to move. It was basically a nothing encounter. And we move on. 4. Okay, 4 allows 1 turn. Oh, I think I'm good here. 1, 2, 3. And then this would be 4, 5, 6. I only have 5 movements, so boom. I end there. I have both food and water, so nothing changes. But let's see if there's an encounter. This is where it's good or bad for me. 5. No encounter. That's what that was. So no encounter means that this jumps up, and this also jumps up, which is very valuable to me right now. Now, I think just because she's about to go into the woods, I'm going to risk it and stay here one more day. And mark off a day there. 3. No encounter. That's good. So that jumps up. That stays where it was. A day goes by. You know what? Should I risk one more day? I'm going to risk one more. 4. No encounter. This resets. Another day goes by. And this is going to go to 6. So that might be my last time I get to recharge. So I really wanted to make sure I got it. So now what we need to do is roll good enough to be able to pick up that map and get the heck out of the woods as quickly as possible. If I feel super confident, like I can do it without wasting too much, I may risk this guy. But the problem is there's really no way, no easy way, I should say. Oh, there's actually a house right there. And a mountain's only 3. So in theory, I could go this way, recharge. You know, let's see. Let's see how bold she decides to be based on this roll. 5. Okay. 5 gives me 1 turn. And again, I only have to pass through it to pick up the map. So I want to position myself in a good spot. This guy's here. I have 6 movements, so I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and land right on top of it. That's probably my best bet. That I'll be right next to that mountain, and I can kind of make a decision what I want to do there. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. Oh, that's a good one too. Okay, so with here, the ones that are have writing on them are automatically treasure and magic, which is always very valuable. Okay, so now is I had no food, of course. Did I find water? I did not. Do I have an encounter? On a 5 or a 6, I have an encounter in the woods. No encounter. Okay, good. This drops down. Another day goes by. It's funny because now it's past the time that the other mapper was. So she came in and out even though they were on different time. All right, so here we go. So kind of based on how I'm rolling here, I'm going to decide what I want to do. I feel like I could make it to this house, and if I do, that's going to help me tremendously. If I can't get to this house this turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I won't be able to get to it this turn, but if I can get close to it, then I'm good. If I roll a 1 or a 2, I think I'm just going to go home. Maybe not go home, but oh, you know what I could do? That's very risky, but she could go here and get the one in the swamp. But really, there's no value to that. And every map is equal in my eyes because I don't know what's what. 2, okay. So I said with that terrible roll, I'd go home, but I don't know. I feel like maybe she's willing to risk it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's in the woods. I'll leave that there. Let's see what happens. Did she find any water? Yes. Okay, good. No food, of course. I need that 6 movement to get me through these woods. That's why I was happy about that. Did she have an encounter? On a 5 or a 6 is an encounter in the woods. 6. Okay. Encounter. Ooh, 6. I don't think I have 6 yet. In the woods, 6 is men. Okay, cool. Well, all men. Well, I guess let's just see what kind they are. Avoid the story. Okay, so roll on the standard men page. 6. Berserkers. Oh, interesting. All right, so is it the Berserker's lair? Do the Berserkers live in the woods? 15% chance. It is their lair. Oh, interesting. Okay, let's see how many there are. Again, like all men, they have, okay, so that's good. They have 30 to 300, so that's 210, and I will mark that lair so I can Go back to it. Where's that little die? Okay, so there's more than 60% of them. They're the same speed as me. We're in the woods, so it's 90% plus 25% to avoid them. We're basically good to go. I can't, I automatically can evade them, so it's not really an issue. So that day goes by, this drops to 4. And now I need to get to that little house. There's 2 of them for me to go to, so a couple options here. 6, that's exactly what I need, because that way I can move wherever I want, as much as I want. Well, up to my full movement. So I think it makes sense for me to go to this one, because it gives me more leverage, plus there's less of a chance of an encounter. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and I stop there. I'll leave that there for the Berserker lair. Okay, so number 1, I don't need to check food or water, and because I stopped there, they will reset. Number 2, I need to check, well, this goes down. Well, actually, hold on. I need to check if there's an encounter, because if there's no encounter, that's going to go to 6. No encounter. Boom, that's what I need. Okay, I'm riding high, full speed ahead. Oh, I might be able to pull this off. All right, here we go. Another day goes by. This map I might have to retire after this with all the treasure they're going to have. 3. Okay, that allows 1 turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm on water and food, so both of those stay where they are. I'm on the river, but I'm in the plain, so let's see if there's an encounter. On a 6, there's an encounter. Sorry, on the path, the encounter's on 5 or 6, or the river, rather, is 5 or 6. No encounter, though. I rolled a 1. Fantastic. This does go down 1, though. So which one do I want to go for? I think I'm going to go for this one, because then I can come back and leave this way. Because I think, because being that I have all the stuff, I hopefully can get back to this house. Let's just see what I roll. If I roll 1 or a 2, I'll go the easier way, because I don't want to risk it. She's been doing so good so far. 3. Okay, she can turn once. Perfect. So I'm going to go to this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There was no better way for me to do that, right? No, I went the best way. Okay. I was going to say, because I could get, if I could get that trailhead, I would have got food and water, but I'll try to do that on the way back. All right, so did I find water? I did, okay, but food drops down 1. Was there an encounter? I'm in the clear. No. Okay, good. So the day goes by. Next day begins. 5. Okay, I can turn once. So I think what I'm going to do... Ooh. No, I'm not going to risk it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Unfortunately, I am up here in the woods, but... Actually, I could do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And again, you don't have to land on them, but the reason why I want to do that is because I don't want to be too deep in the woods, so I want to be able to get back out again. So I found another map. Did I find water? No. Okay, that drops down, that drops down. Was there an encounter? In the woods, 5 or 6 is an encounter. Yes. Okay. 2. I wonder if I should just mark that map next. I'm rolling that. Re-rolling the dice tray. All right. 2 in the woods is a flyer. Oh, that's never good because they're always fast, which means they're going to chase me if I don't evade them. But the woods has a good chance of evasion, so let's see what it is. It's a 7, which is rocks. Oh boy, we definitely don't want to fight rocks. That'd be bad. All right, so rocks are super fast, so we know they're faster than us. So they get a plus 25%, but we're in the woods, so we have 25%, so that's a wash. So it's going to be whatever the number is here. Okay, there's from 1 to 20 rocks, and there's a 20% chance that they're in their lair. So let's see if they're in their lair first. Okay, there's not. I roll a 30. All right, so there's from 1 to 20 rocks. 18. Perfect. That's almost as many as there could be. So let me just give you the quick math on this so it all makes sense. They are, well, let me show you the whole thing. Okay, so there's one of me. There is over 60% of them, so that's 90% chance of evasion. Now, because they are twice as fast as me, they get plus 25%, but because I'm in the woods, I get 25% to me. Well, so basically it's minus 25% and then plus 25%, which means it's a wash. So there's a 90% chance I can avoid the rocks. And I really want to avoid them because they are twice as fast as me, which means that if I have to evade them, not only do I move a square and lose a day, but also, oh, did I not change? Yeah, this should have been a 4. Not only do I have to move a square and lose a day, but also they might chase me the next day. So let's see, 90% chance. 89, oh my God. All right, so I just barely avoid them. And I can stay where I'm at. A day goes by. All right. Take me home, dice. 4, I can do 1 turn. I really want to get food and water, but that would be such a waste. You know, yeah, okay. So I'm going to go like this. 1, 2, 3 in the mountains, okay? And then I'm going to come down here, 4, 5. So when you, even though the trails are only count as 1 when you're moving on them, if you enter from off the trailhead, they count as the terrain you're in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will get me exactly where I want to be, which is in a hex that has food and water. And since I found both food and water and I ended there, these will reset on me. Unfortunately, this is going to go down to 3. And I do have a chance of encounter on a 5 or a 6, and I'm in the mountains as far as the monsters, so that's not good. All right, no encounters, that's good. All right, next day. Let's get the heck out of here. I just didn't want my, oh, perfect. I didn't want my movement to slow down. So the 6 means I can move up to my full movement, meaning I can go slower if I want, and also I can turn as many times as I like. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can land on this house. That gives me both food and water. If I don't get an encounter right now, which means I don't roll a 6, and I don't have to move off the hex, then I will basically be reset back to 6 on my survival die. 2, perfect. This goes back. This doesn't move. Wow, okay, and I'm doing good. Day goes by. I'm going for that last map, then I'm getting the heck out of Dodge. You got this, Vani. 2. All right, well, I have to move in a straight line. My full movement, which is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can't do that. 1, 2, 3. I'll be stuck in the mountain if I do that. 1, 4. No, can't do that. Okay, so this is the only way for me to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I can't do that because that would cost me 3. So boom, 6. I stop there. That's not terrible because now I'm lined up at least with that. But I don't pass through food. Do I find water? I do. Okay, that's good. Is there an encounter? Only on a 6. No. Perfect. This goes down to 5. Next day. 6. God, that's perfect. That's what I want. 1, 2, right? 3. Because that's where the map is. And then I can turn as many times as I want or do as much or a little of my movement as I want. So I want to end up over here so I can go across that trail. So I'm going to go, and I wouldn't mind going through this food. So I'm going to go 4, 5, 6. Turned over that map as well. Another day has gone by. I went through food, so that automatically doesn't go down. Do I find water? No, that goes down. Is there an encounter? I'm in the clear. There's not. Mark a day off. Next day. 6. Oh, perfect. I'm rolling good now. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm right at the edge of that trailhead, which is good for me. Oh, I didn't mark this down yesterday. Okay, so let me mark it down today as well. So do I find water? I do not. Okay, now I'm going to lose some speed here, but I'm about to pass through water, so I won't lose any more next time. Do I have an encounter? I'm in the clear. I do not. Okay. Next day. 5. I can make 1 turn, though I don't really need to for what I'm doing. 1, 2, I'm passing through food, and I also pass through water. 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I guess I didn't make turns. I have to come out. No, 6. Perfect. So I didn't have to make any turns at all, because when you're winding on a path, it counts. That counts as both food and water, so I don't have to roll. Oh, I can only move 5. That counts as both food and water, so I don't have to roll for that. But I do need to see if there's an encounter, and there's one on a 5 or a 6 because I'm on a path. No encounter. Day goes by. This goes down to 2. All right, I'm out of here. As long as I don't roll terribly, I should be able to get off the map. I can leave anywhere from here. So obviously I'm going to here. 4. I can turn once. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. No food. Do I find water? Yes, that's good. Is there an encounter? No. Next day. 1. Okay, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I pass through food, so that stays where it is. Do I find water? I do not. Is there an encounter? If there's not an encounter today, I'm basically done. 4. No encounter. Next day. 5. 1, 2, 3, and I'm off the board. Count that as a day, and we're good to go. All right, so that's very good. Vani found 1 lair, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow. 6 maps. That might be a record. Siad only found 1 map, but that's all they were really looking for. They were trying to keep it safe, so maybe they could have got a second one, but that's where they were at. They also found 2 lairs, which is good. Vony was in the field for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 33 days. Cdad was in the field for 16. So again, that won't matter because I'll put these maps available to the player groups when the mappers come back into town. So there's going to be a ton of maps available in 33 days, which would be sometime in June. Well, I guess they're both going to be sometime in June. One's like mid-June, and these first maps will be available near the beginning of June. So that's good. The first 1 map anyways. Very, very cool. So 2 mappers simultaneous. Let me know how you think about running that, like they're competing against each other. Maybe I'll do it again and I'll start them in the same spot instead of rolling randomly for each one starts, because then they can really be competing. So let me know if you're interested in that. Also, once the mapper is leveled to 4th level, something special is going to happen. So we'll talk about that in the future. Okay, so let's take a look at what we have here. So Cdad got 1 treasure map. So we'll roll here to see what kind it is. It's either just a straight up treasure map, one that leads to magic items, or one that leads to both. 67 is a magic map. Okay, so I'm going to go magic. Perfect. And then we flip over here. To our magic map, and we're going to roll a d8. 7. Rolled a 7, so we can see here that a 7 is 4 items, one of which is a potion. So we'll figure that out. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put magic 7. And I'm going to roll this all up separately. There's a lot to roll because I have all these other maps. But let's at least figure out what they are here. And then, I'll roll them up. And if it's interesting to watch, then I don't know that it would be an hour of me just rolling treasure up. But it will eventually reveal all the maps. So I will point out that the one map, the one right here, at 5 down, 10 across, was the special kind of map. So we know it's always going to be magic and treasure. So I'll mark that one first. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to roll on all these to see what kind they are. And then I'll calculate everything separately. 32 is treasure. 61 is magic. So treasure. Magic. 52 is treasure. 38 is treasure. And 78 is magic. Okay, so we have all these, and then again, we're just going to come over here, and we're going to roll a d8, I believe, for each of these. Yep, everything's a d8 roll. Five, 2, 6, T5, 2, 6, 3, 8, and finally, this one's monster and treasure, so I would just roll on that one, 8. So what I'll do is I'll make a sticky note with the actual treasures and the locations of each of these as maps in the world for people to find. I'll calculate all that out and do it maybe in another session, because I also want to talk a little bit about when the mappers reach 4th level. Maybe I'll make that a special episode by itself. Thanks so much for watching. If you're enjoying these or the other content that I put out there, please do take the time to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also check the show notes below. You'll find a link to all the different stuff I use in these actual plays and a link to my Discord server if you want to join the conversation. You can also see a link to my Patreon over there if you want to support the channel. I'll talk to you soon.